Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Coriander, what's going on?
Hey,
What's going on?
not much. How you
How's
doing?
it? I'm doing good. Tonight
Good.
we're going to be talking about the legendary Miss Adrienne Barbeau. I'm really, really excited.
Yeah.
She's just awesome. So many great movies and such a storied career, which,
Mm.
I found out some interesting things about her, which I did
Mhm.
not know before. So hopefully we can share that with some of the folks that are watching
Nice.
and maybe shed some light. So, anyways, real quick in the chat, just see what we have here. We got Patrick who says Adrian is such a huge icon. Absolutely.
Yes,
I,
she
I
is.
totally agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Let's see. Patrick was saying, can I suggest a future icon? Stephen McHattie. This dude is truly iconic, but maybe the most underrated and unknown horror actor working today. I will be live
Mm.
myself tonight, but have a great stream. Thanks a lot, man. We
Nice.
appreciate it. We really, really do. And we also have Goraphobes in the chat saying, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's
Hi.
going on? Nice to have you. Nice to have you.
Mhm.
Uh, and we also have Trenchy. Trenchy's in the
Benji.
chat saying, what's up? What's
Hey.
up? What's up? And we also have Mr. Dan and Horror saying, hey guys,
Hello.
what's going on? What's going on? All right. Well, for you guys, obviously, we're talking about Adrienne Barbeau. And before we get into some of our favorite films with her in it, we figured we'd give you a quick presentation, just shedding some light on her career and, stuff like that. So here you go, guys. Check it out. Adrienne Jo Barbeau was born on June 11th, 1945. She is an actress, singer, and author. In the late 60s, Barbeau moved to New York City and worked as a go-go dancer. She made her Broadway debut in the chorus of Fiddler on the Roof, and later took the role of the sister to Bette Midler's character. She went on to star in more than 25 musicals and plays, including Women Behind Bars and The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. In the 70s, she rose to prominence as Broadway's original Rizzo in the musical Grease, which earned her a Tony Award nomination. She also starred as Carol Trainer, the daughter of Maude Findlay, played by Bea Arthur, on the sitcom Maude from 1972 to 1978. In 1980, she began appearing in horror and science fiction films, including The Fog, Escape from New York, Creepshow, and Swamp Thing. During the 90s, she became known for providing the voice of Catwoman on the Batman the Animated Series. Barbeau was married to director John Carpenter from January 1st, 1979 to 1990. The two met on the set of his television movie Someone's Watching Me. The couple had a son, John Cody Carpenter, in 1984, shortly before they separated. Adrienne Barbeau is definitely a horror icon and deserves to be known as such.
So if you're so excited about it you can't sleep, well, stay up with me, and I'll figure out some way to keep you occupied.
All
Mm.
right.
Nice.
Yeah, she's awesome, man. She is awesome. Yeah. Gorophobe in the
Oh
chat
no.
saying, first thing,
So I can't
first,
hear you. I'm gonna have to back out and come back.
okay. Gorophobe was saying, first thing I remember her doing is Maud. Yes, absolutely. I think that was kind of her big breakout role for sure, for sure. Let's see. We also have Biffers in the chat. What's going on? Nice to have you. Nice to have you. And we got Junebug in the chat saying John Carpenter was a lucky man for a little bit. Yeah, I would definitely say he was. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. Trenchy is saying that was badass, but also kind of creepy. Very fitting of her. Yes, I know. Yeah, that voiceover. She definitely has an iconic voice. She really, really does. You able to hear me now, Coriander?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Slasher Fred was saying there was a series on HBO that Adrienne Barbeau was on called Carnival. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, what we figured we'd also do is just talk about some of our favorite films that she was in. Obviously, she's been in some really big, well-known films that we've talked about on the channel. So just to kind of give a quick overview of those things. But I'll start with you, Coriander. What's one of the picks that you had?
I picked Escape from New York.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, she played Maggie in this, and she was like Brains girl, and yeah, I mean, she was badass in this movie. Yeah, this is like
Yeah, she was.
really good. Yeah, and I'd just seen this movie like for the first time not that long ago, so it was really good.
That's right. You had never
Yeah.
seen it before.
No,
Okay, all
no.
right, all right.
Yeah,
What'd you think of it?
it was great. I mean, I need to watch it again. So yeah,
Yeah,
it was really
yeah.
good.
That'll Yeah, it
And
was
like I
really,
said,
really
the
good.
scene, yeah, the end scene on the bridge with her, I mean, that just shows you right
Mhm.
there how much of a badass she is. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about that one at some point
yeah,
soon. Um, well, I figured, obviously you can't talk about her without talking about The Fog, and as many people know, it's a very, very, you know, integral and important film for me personally. I love this movie, and
yeah.
she was really good in this film. I mean, she really it was an ensemble cast, but I think she was kind of the glue, to the story,
hmm
because, a lot of things kind of fell on her shoulders as far as just kind of the believability of how bad the situation was getting in the town, with the fog taking over.
Yeah,
And I thought she was great. I really did. She
she
was really,
was.
really good.
She's always
You know,
good.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, she is. There's no doubt about that. But like I said, this movie, when I first saw it, she was one of those characters that just really just stood out to me. And that says a lot because the movie obviously has the great Jamie Lee Curtis, Hal
Yeah.
Holbrook.
Mm,
Obviously, we just talked about Tom Atkins, which, by the way,
yeah.
guys, if you have not seen our Horror Icons episode on Tom Atkins, please check it out. But she stood out in this ensemble cast to me, so that really says a lot.
Yeah.
Before I get to your next pick, I'll just catch up in the chat a little bit. Um, let's see. Mr. Dan says the episode of Creep Show on Shudder she was good. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that episode yet, and I definitely got to do some catching up. There's no doubt about that. Let's see. Um, Trenchy was saying Escape from New York is badass. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is,
is.
man. It really, really is. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Slasher Fred saying The Fog is such a classic movie. I agree. I really
hmm
agree. It's very, very cool. Let's see. And Trenchy was agreeing with that, saying The Fog is awesome. Yep, absolutely. But let's get to another pick for you. Another movie that you enjoyed her in.
So this one brings me back to my childhood and watching it with my
Mhm.
dad, and of course, that's the Swamp Thing. Yeah.
All right.
And we just talked
Yeah.
about this not that long ago. So if you want to know, what we had to say about the Swamp Thing, check that out.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But this is, another great movie. She plays Alice Cable, and she's like a government worker who's taken, taken the place of a scientist who like mysteriously died. And yeah, there was this experimental explosion that happens, and the Swamp Thing was, he appears, and yeah, he's pretty much saving her every chance he gets. So it's a great movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I agree. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a fun one to talk about too. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Well, for me, one of the other movies that I really enjoyed her in, and this is another movie where she was alongside many other great actors, and yet she still was very memorable, and that's in George Romero's Creep Show.
Yeah.
Um, and there is no doubt, and we haven't talked about Creep Show specifically yet, but we will. Creep Show is probably my absolute favorite anthology of all time. It's
Yeah.
just fantastic. I love
hmm
every segment in it, but the segment that she is in, the crate, is really awesome. and she plays against type because she's such a bitch in this segment. It's not even funny. I mean, she is a horrible. She's married to Hal Holbrook, who's awesome as well. Rest in peace. And she's just a jerk to him, but she's so over the top. It's quite funny. There's a lot of black comedy in it, and in the segment, he's just having these daydreams and fantasies of how he could get rid of her. And ultimately, and this is a spoiler, but you guys should have seen this movie by now. It's awesome. But at the end, she comes face to face with good old Fluffy, which is one of my favorite monsters in movies. And it's a really funny episode or segment in the movie. And she's playing against type. She's such a jerk. She's just cold and nasty and bitchy. And it was really different seeing her in a role like that.
Right.
She definitely got what she deserved, and then some. There's no doubt about that. Real quick in the chat, Trenty says Swamp Thing is dope, underrated superhero horror film. Yeah, I agree, man. And we had a good conversation about that one when we did the review on it. And Gorphobe is saying, yes, Billy. Yes. Call me Billy. Oh my God. I'm telling you what, if that's the way she always portrayed herself, I don't know, man. I was just like, this girl has to get hers, man. She was such a jerk.
That's funny.
Trenchy says she played a horrible nagging bitch from hell in The Crate, and she owns it and does it magnificently. Yeah, she does. She really, really does. Yeah. Like I said, she was playing against type, and it was really cool to see her doing that. Slasher Fred says, if you guys ever watched the series Tales from the Crypt, the episode Gorman's Calamity has similarities to The Crate. Oh, that's interesting. And I've watched a lot of the Tales from the Crypt. Of course, a lot of them kind of meld into each other, man. Oh yeah, and then Goraphobe with the golf clap. That, I'm telling you, on Creep Show, The Crate, it could be my favorite segment. It could be, but like I said, she was awesome in it. We got Ben from Cadaver Club in the chat. What's up, Ben? Saying, I am the Nightwatch, baby.
Nice. Yeah, you are.
Slasher Fred says, just tell it to call you Billy. Right?
Oh, no.
Ben saying, Adrienne Barbeau, giving the hearts. Yeah. And we have Beth's in the chat, Red Rum Records herself, saying, hey, everyone. What's going on, Beth?
Hello.
What's going on? And she's saying, that thumbnail just pulled me in. Thanks.
Yeah, those assets, let me tell you.
Just to let you guys know, if you came in late, we had a quick 2 or 3 minute presentation, just kind of going over Adrienne Barbeau's career. So definitely, if you guys get a chance, you can check out the replay, check it out from the beginning, because I thought it was pretty cool. And a couple of things that I really did not know about Adrienne Barbeau, just her humble beginnings, and you can really tell that she worked hard to get to where she got to. She didn't just phone it in and rely on
I thought it was
her
crazy.
beauty.
Yeah, that she was, like you said, a go-go dancer in a friggin' mafia-run nightclub. I think that's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, isn't it? Hey, look, like I said, humble beginnings. Right? But she's also an author. She seems like a genuine nice lady. Yeah.
I read 2 of her books, like and they're so good. Yeah. And
that's right. Yeah.
I met her at the horror convention. I'll always talk about it. Rock and Shock, Worcester, Mass. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've been doing it forever, except for the past couple of years. And yeah, she held my oldest daughter the same. When I went there to meet her, Dee was there, and she was there. And yeah, it was awesome getting to see both those ladies and both of them holding my baby. Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And she was so nice. Yeah.
She does seem like a genuinely nice lady, like Beth in the chat was saying. She really, really does. Anytime I've seen her in interviews.
Yeah, she was. Yep.
She also talked about the late great B. Arthur, of course, that she co-starred on Maude with, and talked about how because she was just starting out, she didn't even realize the magnitude of being in the presence of a legend like B. Arthur, but had said that that B was very nice and very cool as far as mentoring, and she really appreciated kind of getting the big exposure she got from that sitcom, which ran for a couple of years. So again, humble beginnings. Of course, getting to the point where she starred in, a few of John Carpenter's movies, and also in Creepshow and Swamp Thing and things like that. She's had a pretty good career. She's still doing things.
Yeah.
She does voiceover work. She's done voiceover work, obviously, as we said in the presentation for Batman as Catwoman. And she's also done voiceover work for video games. I think it was God of War 3. So she's busy, man. She's busy and still doing great things.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if I could meet her at a convention, that would be amazing.
It
Really,
was.
she's really cool.
It really was. Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky. Trenchy says, and she was in Cannonball Run, not to be confused with the movie Run, Bitch, Run. Don't let Netflix confuse you. They are nothing alike.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Cannonball
Yes,
Run. That's such a classic.
Yeah, she was in Cannonball Run, Two Evil Eyes, a couple other movies too. I mean, she's also been in a lot of TV. She's been on The Love Boat and Hawaii Five-0, and I mean, you name it, she's done it, which is really cool. She's very had a very good, varied career. Slasher Fred says there was a movie she was in called Two Evil Eyes. Absolutely, yeah, it was a good movie, very good movie. But anyways, that's about it for the great Adrienne Barbeau. I'm glad we had a chance to talk about her again and get a little bit further in kind of finding out fun facts about her, because I think she's had a very interesting career, humble beginnings, as I said before, and a genuinely cool lady. She really seems cool. So,
she was.
And Ben says, and the HBO series Carnival. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. She's, like I said, she's still doing good work, and it's really cool. So, but anyways, guys, that's about all we have for our brief little horror icons episode on Adrienne Barbeau. If you can, please give our video a like and share it with others on your social media. And also, more importantly, please leave us a comment in the comment section. That'll really help the video with the algorithm. It'll really help to support us on the channel if that's what you'd like to do. And we'll be seeing you guys a little bit later on tonight with our top 10 Stephen King movies ever. So that should be fun. It's going to be really cool. Got a few surprises. So, definitely try to check us out. We'll be doing that in an hour. So anyways, catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace out, guys.
Upchurch.